Wait, stop.
What? It's gonna be a countdown. This is not a high production value show. So we can just begin, all right? Jordan here from Iron and Grit. Today I'm gonna make some little mini breakfast quiche things. Technically it's not a quiche, but who cares? They're little egg bites. Doing this by popular request. When I was doing my grocery haul, I was talking about making these, and now I'm gonna deliver and show a video of how I'm gonna do it. But how it's gonna work is, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna fry up this bacon. I'm gonna make it nice and crispy, just how I like it. Then I'm gonna chop up the onion, chop up the veggies, and I'm going to sprinkle them all into these cupcake baking sheets, I guess you would call them. And then I'm gonna crack a bunch of eggs, whip it all together, and then pour the eggs in there, bake it for, I don't know, 20 minutes, 25 minutes. We'll go over all the details later, but that's how we're gonna begin. First step, we gotta crisp up the bacon, so let's get to that now. Try to throw the whole thing in like this, strip at a time. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing too. Make some crispy, tasty bacon. I don't like the spongy, soggy bacon. That's not how I roll. I like the crispy bacon, but I don't like it burnt to a crisp. We got another pan here. Ooh, producer view with the camera angles. I'm just gonna clean my hands real quick. Get the meat tweezers. Regular tongs. This technique you're not gonna learn anywhere else. Put it that way. Oh yeah, get all that bacon footage. That is what it's supposed to be like. This one on the other hand, a little different. We on? Okay, here we go. So we're gonna start with medium heat. We don't want to overcrowd the pan. I cook these for, I don't know, you'll know when it's done. How much longer do you think? A minute or two? Time for the old flipperoo. See how we're doing. It'll look probably better. Bacon batch number 2. Head and shoulders above bacon batch number 1. In terms of presentation, and in terms of technique, and the smoothness in which it was done, I gotta say though, the results were still pretty good for bacon batch 1. We just sampled it, and I've got no complaints. It's crispy, it's salty. What? Don't make that face. It was good. We've got the second batch coming up right here. So what we did is, we took our time with it. We didn't overcrowd the pan. Gave every little piggy its space. We started with 5 medium heat, and then slowly moved it up to medium high. And as you can see, it's doing quite well. Yeah, we're gonna get to chopping. We're gonna finish up the bacon. We're gonna chop everything up, mix it together. It's gonna be great. All right. I don't want my quiches to stick, so I'm taking some butter, like a savage, and I'm going through and I'm buttering the inside of each of these cupcake holders, just so that my quiches come out nice and fluffy and they don't stick to the pan. That's all. So I gotta go through, I just cut a little stick of butter. You can use a whole stick if you want, it doesn't really matter, it's personal preference. Probably easier if you use a whole stick, so then you can get some leverage in it and it'll go faster, but I don't know. I've never done this before, and this is like ridiculous, so I'm trying to like learn new techniques. Like, there we go, to get to the sides. Because you get to the bottom, that's easy, you just go like this, press the bottom. But to get to the sides, we gotta work smart, not hard, because we got a lot of volume to put in today. All right, you can cut it now. You getting the close up? Look at these knife skills. Yeah, this is not really by the book kind of skill. This is called improvising and freestyling. This is how it's done. They're gonna teach you in culinary school.
Wait, stop.
What? It's gonna be a countdown. This is not a high production value show. So we can just begin. All right, check this out. This is how we're gonna do this. This is a technique for chopping onions so you get nice, even onions, no matter what it is that you're making. You could be making an omelet, you could be making yourself a nice little breakfast quiche, you could be making yourself a beef stroganoff, you could be making yourself a, I don't know, what else? What else could you eat onions in? Oh shit, I'm starting to cry, hang on. Oh boy, I gotta really concentrate now. Oh, you see that? I made a big giant tic-tac-toe pattern, almost like a bloomin' onion from someplace I won't say so I don't get sued. And then, watch this. I'm gonna get close up on this. Wow, look at that. Nice, even, perfectly cubed onions. And you're gonna have to pause it there because I'm literally crying. And I need to take a break, but I'll be back. All right, let's get the bacon. You guys don't like bacon, do you? Look at these are very good though. We got some extra crispy, and we got some just getting crispy. Like it's just getting that hard shell on the outside. It can't wait to get cooked. It just jumped right in there. All right, here we go. Just a rough chop. rough chop. Doesn't have to be pretty, this has to be effective. Just need to get the bits small enough to where we can kind of sprinkle them in to each of those holes in the cupcake pan. Oh, this is kind of a lot of bacon. This was what, 2 pounds? And then we'll leave some surprise big pieces in, just because if you're lucky and you pull one with a big piece, then you get a lot of bacon flavor. Actually, I think we'll leave it like right here. So we're gonna put like maybe 1.5 pounds of bacon in with all these vegetables and probably what, 24 eggs, 25 eggs, around there. I think I'm gonna call it there with the bacon. Now, the next thing we gotta do is culinary math and figure out how many eggs do we need to put in here. Well, we know that some of the volume is gonna be taken up by the vegetables and the meat product. So what does that leave us with? I'm gonna say, well, actually, let's get tactile with it. Let's get a little practical, okay? Let's see. 1 egg would probably fill this up to about 60 to 70, maybe, I'd say about, 70% of the way. And another 30% with this. And then we want a little fluff on top. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna crack an egg for each one of these holes, and then maybe throw an extra one in for the pot, just so we get a little froth on top. So that's what I'm gonna start doing right now over here. We're gonna do 26 eggs. Then we're gonna whip them up. We're gonna be cracking. Yeah, we're gonna have some fun. Now we got all these eggs in here. Now we're going to whisk them up. We're not gonna like overbeat them. We're just gonna beat them just enough. Like we're not making a meringue or anything. We're just mixing them up a little bit. Break up the yolks, kind of make it an even mixture. If it were a batter, make it a nice even batter. Literally, I'm not going crazy with it. I'm just looking for the yolks and I'm just trying to split them up. I'm gonna whip it a little bit more so it has an even consistency so that each one of my little egglets is just as tasty as the next. So there's that. Now, that's good to go. We've got to spread out vegetables. This isn't an exact science. Just kind of do it how you want to do it. All right, you get a little bit of that, a little bit of that, a little bit of that. Got some bacon in here. We're gonna season it. I love pepper, so I usually put a little more than what other people would. Probably want to add a little bit of salt. Salt's good for you, especially if you're in health and fitness. You're gonna want to have that sodium in your diet because it's an electrolyte. Helps with muscle contractions, helps with concentration, and helps with your energy levels. If you want to add some cayenne pepper to give it a kick, by all means, please do. And then, ooh, yeah. Oh, we're out of eggs. I need to get more eggs, guys. Wow, I'm actually very surprised. That's 26 eggs right there. So I need to crack at least probably 10 more eggs. All right, hold on. And 10. I like to pull eggs out at random spots just to create tension and just be leave that open for you OCD folks to enjoy. Whip it good. We're gonna mix up the seasoning real quick. Oh my word, you made me nervous. That's all right. It'll flow downhill right to where it needs to go. So that, my friends, yeah, that'll be fine. That'll be fine. Is a good start. Now we gotta heat up the oven. Well, you might have to heat up the oven. We don't have to heat up the oven because we just pulled out dinner, which is salmon. But we gotta get the correct temperature for these little quiches and cook them to perfection. So that is the next step. What do you think? Probably put it on 350, cook them for about 15-20 minutes. Check on them, see how they're doing. We're gonna just go off of instinct. We're gonna kind of improvise. Hopefully they turn out. Oven's at 350, quiches are going in. I have no idea how this is gonna turn out. That's the cool thing about cooking, is that each time it's a chemistry experiment. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. Either way, I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna check on it in 5-minute increments just to make sure everything's kosher. Yeah, we'll see how it turns out. That's it, cut it. You good? Thumbs up. We're gonna check on them. It's been about 6 minutes. I got my cooking gauntlets on. We're gonna go in. It actually smells really good. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move these up here a little bit so the bottoms don't burn. And they're actually setting pretty well. We'll check on them in another 5 minutes. Leave it at that. Booyah. No one says booyah anymore. Don't say that. All right, timer went off. Check this out. I opened it up and they're starting to pop. What do? That's a good sign, it looks like. I feel like they're almost done. Maybe need Probably another couple of minutes maybe, but they're actually not looking too bad. I just gotta keep an eye on them. We'll give them like 3 more minutes and I think they'll be ready to go. All right, why is the light on? Why is the light on? It's like blinding me. They're done. Check this out. Oh, yes. Yeah, get a close up. I appreciate that enthusiasm. Look at these. I did not expect them to turn out this way. I mean, it was about 50-50. It was a coin flip to determine if these were gonna work out or not. This is my first time doing it. Watch yourself. Thank you. Oh, look at that. Hang on, I'm gonna turn the light on so you can see. There. And they actually turned out pretty good. Let's see if we can pick one up. It's very hot, but look at that. Oh my God. Yeah, it's just like a little quiche ball. Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. Yeah, I'm actually pretty impressed at how they turned out because I thought they were just gonna be a complete disaster. But hey, you know what? Maybe it's beginner's luck or maybe not, I don't know. We're gonna eat one, we're gonna try one. I kinda like that one that jumped out at me. Let's get this one on a plate. All right, buddy. There's that. Oh, look at that. It's flaky, it's soft, it's fluffy, it's squishy, it's steamy. Oh man, you could dip that in ketchup. Come here. Very hot, first and foremost. I could add a little more salt. Another thing you can do, if you're into it, add some cheese, maybe some goat cheese or some feta. That would be my preference. Maybe some Gouda or even some cheddar. Any of those would be good on this or in this. Mix it in with it. And give them a light here. This actually turned out pretty well. I mean, you can see all the ingredients. It's very fluffy. It's got a good texture. It's very steamy. It cooked really well. So I'll put in the notes how to cook it, what I did exactly, because I know it might have been a little tough to follow around because I didn't even really know what I was doing until I did it, but these are very good. I'm gonna start eating these in the morning. These are my breakfast food. This is my breakfast meal prep. I have 1 or 2 of these. You know, each one's probably, you know, an egg and a half. An egg's got what, 6 grams of protein in it for an egg of the size that we used, plus the bacon, plus maybe like a little fraction of a gram of protein in the vegetables. So each one of these, probably about 10 grams of protein. So not bad. I have 2 or 3 of these for breakfast. I'm gonna wait for them to cool. I'm gonna put them in a container, seal them airtight, put them in the refrigerator. Tomorrow morning after my workout, I'm gonna come home, take 2 or 3 of these, put it on a plate, zap it in the microwave, maybe sprinkle some cheese on it. I won't, but I'll probably add some salt, maybe a little more seasoning just to give it some extra flavor. You can add some all-natural ketchup and dip it in that. Hot sauce I think would be good on this. Hell, even barbecue sauce might work. Whatever you're into, but at the end of the day, you got yourself a nice little breakfast quiche that I hope you enjoy, because I know I will. I am, right now. Thanks for watching. If you want me to cook something else and make Gordon Ramsay jealous with my culinary prowess, let me know in the comments below what you want me to cook. And yeah, who knows? Maybe it'll work out, maybe it won't. Either way, I'll have fun. See ya.